I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I actually had a rare weekend off, which is always exciting for myself, and it was the Fairway Automotive car show and Cruisin' Limburg. If you've watched the show any amount of time, you know I absolutely love Cruisin' Limburg. A bunch of old, classic, fun cars take over the streets of Limburg and South County, and it is a ton of fun. This year's turnout was actually excellent. I have a photo of myself driving down the boulevard. Look at that. What a great shot somebody sent to me. That's my best friend from high school in my passenger seat too. So it's always fun like that. But like I mentioned, my car is a 99, so it's 25 years old. And sometimes 25-year-old cars decide that they are not going to start back up after you turn them off. And that happened to me actually during the Cruisin' Limburg event. I had my friend Rudy and my friend Rob trying to fix it, but that guy in the front there, that's my dad. So here's the story, and I love this story. So Rudy's a car guy. Rob's pretty much a car guy. They were trying to fix it. They couldn't figure it out. We pulled in these young guys in a truck to kind of help try to fix the car, right? They couldn't do it either. I was gonna have to tow it. That was just what's gonna have to happen. So I did what any responsible adult would do, and I called my daddy. Anyway, my dad came up there. I am not kidding you. In 40 seconds, this man had my car running, like that. All the other car guys, they couldn't do it, but Dad did, and I love my dad. So anyway, that's just my I love my dad story for you. But you guys are in a treat. I've got such a great show for you today. And at the end of the show, we're gonna have Jake Shafer on here. He is the owner of Short Line Records. He's gonna play for us, and he is here today. So that and a whole much more starting now. Let's get started on the Daily Mix. Time of year again as the high-intensity spring bird migration gets underway. You will notice the Gateway Arch will be dark at night. Although the arch's new exterior lights reduce flare in the night sky, going completely dark is the best way to protect migrating birds from becoming disoriented as they make their way through the Mississippi Flyway. The exterior lights will be turned off beginning May 1st and will remain off through May 31st. The monument will once again be lit up nightly beginning June 1st. You can always learn more about the Gateway Arch online at gatewayarch.com, and you also go to nps.gov/Jeff. The 74th annual Greater St. Louis Book Fair returns this May. I actually love this book fair. This popular event is the largest charity book fair in the Midwest and draws book lovers from all over each year. In addition to a huge selection of books and a large variety of subjects and genres, the fair also offers collectibles, vinyl CDs, DVDs, comics, and more. There is an admission fee on the first day. However, it is free to attend the following days, and registered nonprofits can even select books for free on the final day of the fair. The book fair runs this Thursday, May 2nd through Sunday, May 5th at the Greensfield Rexplex in Queenie Park. You can find all the details at stlouisbookfair.org. This Thursday also marks the return of the beloved Twilight Thursdays. This free concert series features a spectacular array of performers from soulful R&B to funky anthems under the stars at the Missouri History Museum's newly renovated North Plaza. In addition to a stellar musical lineup, visitors can also enjoy the area's finest food trucks and extended hours to explore the museum's exhibits. Twilight Thursdays run from 6 to 8 every Thursday night in May. For a full lineup and more information, visit mohistory.org. The annual Cinco de Mayo festival on Cherokee Street is set for this Saturday. It's coming up. Each year, the festival brings together more than 50,000 people to celebrate the rich multicultural community within the Cherokee Street neighborhood. Festival goers can enjoy authentic food, drinks, music, and entertainment. The 2024 Cinco de Mayo Festival will take place on Cherokee Street between Nebraska and Jefferson this Saturday, May 4th, from 11 to 8 p.m. You can find a festival map, lineup, and more at cincodemayostl.com. The Gateway Arch Park Foundation's Sunrise Yoga with Citra Fitness and Movement runs this May. Now, this is a free series. It's you awaken your body under the morning sun through gentle yoga designed to energize and align your body and mind through movement and breath. All attendees will need to sign a waiver before class and can register in advance or in person the day of. Sunrise Yoga is held every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8, beginning May 7th at Keener Plaza. To register or learn more, visit archpark.org. You guys, early giving is now underway for the 11th annual Give STL Day, which benefits more than 900 nonprofits throughout the area. This year's campaign also includes a few new activities, including Nonprofit Night at the Armory. This special kickoff event will give the public a chance to learn more about the nonprofits and chat with representatives, and there will also be St. Louis theme trivia, food, and drink specials. Give STL Day has raised more than $30 million since they started in 2014. This year's 24 Hours of Giving is May 9th. You can contribute and learn more at givestlday.org. Now, everybody knows about last summer. Last summer, Barbie and Oppenheimer, they dominated the box office. And now two of the stars are ready to take Barbenheimer to a new level. Okay, maybe not exactly, but Barbie's Ryan Gosling and Oppenheimer's Emily Blunt are now pairing up in a new film about a down-and-out stuntman tasked with finding the missing star of his ex-girlfriend's blockbuster film. Take a look at The Fall Guy.
That's me, Colt Sievers, and this is my hero's journey.
Can we just start from the top?
Okay, I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy. Trying to look cool in front of the director of this movie. That's her, who I just so happen to have a major crush on.
We need to keep it super profesh.
Cool. Do you want to make out?
Nope.
Because I don't either. It's not what I'm into right now.
Making out?
Yeah.
What are you into?
Talking.
Yeah.
There's just one little wrinkle.
The star of the movie,
Tom Ryder.
is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's gonna notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken. Tom?
Full disclosure, he has fallen in with some shady people.
Just checking in on you.
And they're not gonna like you sniffing around.
I'm just a stunt guy!
This is insane, man. Uh-huh. We got drugs, bad guys, and murder.
What's an ice crime?
Are you saying ice cream or ice cream?
Ice crime.
Okay, it's just with your accent, it's hard. I'm not reporting an ice cream.
Yes, no, I get that.
Okay.
This is an epic story. Of cosmic proportions.
The bad guys are closing in.
I never forget a fist. I don't mean it like that.
Nothing like a good twist.
Who doesn't love a twist?
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head.
Stay alive.
No matter
What?
I have a better idea.
You want to die? Okay. Maniac. This stuntman's crazy.
We're gonna surround him.
One last stunt. Going down in a blaze of glory.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.
That movie looks like it's going to be a ton of fun, but this also looks like a ton of fun. Shortline Records, Jake Shafer is here with us. Jake, what do you got?
Song that I wrote about the American flag that I was planning on sending to Toby Keith, but it was the day after he passed. Yeah. She's been torn and tattered, beat up in the wind. Some won't even stand. If you ask me, it's a sin. For what she means to me is far more than a flag. Patriots fought and died, just like my granddad. So put down your pride, stand up and be proud. For freedom we rise and sing it out loud. It's time we all lock arms and fight for this land that we love. For the folds of honor fly high, from the eagle to the dove.
Yay! Okay, well, let's get into this. So you've been on the show before.
Yeah.
You were back here, I think, in 2019,
19,
maybe?
yeah.
Okay, and now you're back. So things have changed for you a little bit. You got a lot of stuff going on. Let's talk about the song first.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured out a weird writing process. I've never really been able to just sit and write. And I was literally trying to relax and coloring with colored pencils, kind of folded up, waving in the wind, flag. And I've always wanted to write a song called Folds of Honor. And so I just flipped it over and in about 10 minutes wrote this song.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
you also, so let's talk about Shortline Records. So that's kind of an announcement for everybody now, right? This is kind of new to people.
So I've always had this just dream, and no record label in Nashville really wanted me, obviously, because I haven't gotten any of those phone calls yet, until after I got this process going. I had this dream of having my own record label. I would just do it my way, and I'd partner with local radio stations like 99.9 KFAV, who plays my music, and go from there and just build it out however I want. And my goal was to eventually just be my own boss. And so it's in the beginning phases, Shortline Records, because I grew up next to the Shortline Railroad.
Okay.
Everybody's heard of the Shortline Railroad?
Right.
Monopoly?
Yes, of course.
Moscow Mills to Mexico, Missouri. My family helped build it. That's how we landed there. Okay. And they worked for the railroad, and so I, as an ode to my family, my roots.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now you've got this underway, that you're working on your own record, but you got a call.
Well, I actually...
how did that work?
Well, so I ended up in Nashville, just a happenstance, some wild events going on in my life. I needed to get away, so I went down and I met up with Mike Thomas of 99.9 KFAV. He introduced me around during CSR Week, or CRS Week, or whatever it's called. I call it Radio Week.
Country Radio Seminar,
There you go, okay. And after I met up with him, traffic was terrible in Nashville, so I just popped into my favorite place, Irv Woolsey's, Losers.
Yes.
And ran into a gentleman named Bobby Spivey, and we just started talking. Turns out he knows some of the same people I write with. We talked about Irv. I played him the song Folds of Honor, and he also works with a label called Label 22 that's a 501c3 that gives half of everything that I make to veteran services.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you listen to my music, if you ever come to any of my shows, just know that I've usually either picked a specific veteran from that area, and then money goes to them after I cover my expenses, and then and my expenses are pretty simple.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next for you? You've gone through some things. You're now here. This is like a jumping off point. What's next?
So the jumping off point is here in 2 weeks or so, you're gonna start hearing my music, because May 9th, 10th, and 11th, I'm recording. And then once we get the songs put together, I've been told that they're gonna try to move me pretty quick. It's gonna be a weird year, we all know it, but so we're gonna try to get things going fast. And I made them this promise that no matter what happens in this world, I'm not gonna stop doing this. If I gotta just pull my horse around to people's yards and play for veterans, I don't care, I'm here.
I love that. Now, you've played in some really interesting places already.
Yeah.
You opened up for Scotty McCreery
Scotty
back in the
McCreery.
day.
Yeah, we had a good time.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I was in my hometown, Lincoln County, the Lincoln County Fair.
Oh, wonderful.
My dad came up and did a song with me, and
Well, that's got to be pretty special to have your dad do a song with you.
You might even see the pictures might pop up. Yeah, here we're talking. This is Lincoln County Fair. There he is, right there.
That's him, right there.
Yeah, Danny Lee Cash, right there.
That has to be pretty special.
Yeah, always. I'm gonna get him to record me one day. He's not in for it just yet.
He's not there just yet,
Not there,
but
but
maybe
he will.
eventually.
Yeah.
So where do you see Shortline Records going? Where do you see your career going?
So honestly, my goal is to start just with local kids. You know, I want music to be what it's always been for me. I've been an athlete. You may or may not know that I played for the Yankees.
Oh, no, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah,
How did I not know that?
I don't know. He obviously never looked me up. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, I did no research.
I was drafted by the Yankees in 2007. It was a short career with them, but I did win a championship with them. I was the closer.
That's amazing.
And then they paid for the rest of my college, and I got a communications degree.
That is an impressive story. I wasn't going to guess pitcher when you said
This is the only guitar I've ever had. It was bought and paid for by my family because of I graduated in college.
I love that. So this,
It's a rare guitar.
you went to college,
Yeah.
you got this gift, and now this is the guitar you use.
As I don't use any other guitars.
Well, you better keep good care of that guitar.
That's why it sounds so good.
Now, we know that your social media, you're
Yeah.
kind of taking a social media break, but you still are posting to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is where I'm going to post everything digitally from now on. I may start doing some podcasts. If people ask any questions, and if anybody wants to know anything about me, I encourage anyone, go to my Instagram page, and I think I left my phone number up.
I believe your phone number is on your Instagram page.
I'm just done with social media for a while.
That's a very bold thing to do, though, because you could get some very interesting phone calls.
I don't care.
Okay.
I love everybody.
You love everybody.
Yeah.
Is there any one thing you would like to tell somebody, maybe somebody trying to come up, trying to work through this, and you know this business is hard? So is there anything you would tell them?
Play in 432 hertz music.
Okay, we talked about this prior to you coming out here,
Yeah.
and I've heard a little bit about this. Give us the Cliff Notes version.
Okay, so we call it half step down in the industry. I didn't really know why. I always started doing it because I have a lower voice and I couldn't play at a higher frequency and sing for 4 hours at Alan Jackson's Good Time Bar.
Right, that's a great place. by the way.
I know,
Yeah.
that's where I got my start, on the second floor there by the Moose in the bathroom.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And I couldn't sing, so I started playing in a lower key. And turns out my aunt is a certified sound therapist, and she said, well, it's a healing frequency. So I was healing myself and keeping my voice going while playing in this frequency all along, and I had no idea.
Sound therapy and frequencies is so intriguing to me. Like I said, I did already kind of know a little bit about it, but
Shortline Records is not going to play anything in 440.
because 440 is bad.
It's not good for you.
It's not good for you to listen to.
It's meant for more for like advertisement type stuff. So it has this effect on. It helps you remember things. Like I said, why you can't forget that BK commercial.
Right.
Have it your way,
Right, because it's in that.
Right.
So that's interesting. So they're only going to play in that half step down.
Right. It's a healing frequency. So what you just heard, whether you turn it up, listen to my music, listen to Folds of Honor, and anything that's on my YouTube page, and you can click around and see the sound therapy things that I do every day as well too.
So interesting.
Yeah, my YouTube page has a lot more about me. If you want to know anything about me, click around it, and you'll.
And what is that YouTube page?
It's Jake Shafer Music.
Jake Shafer Music is how people can really find you on the YouTube, because you've taken a break from Instagram, but Instagram's still there if you want to call them on the phone.
There it is.
Apparently. Because that's how we're doing that.
I'm looking to write songs with veterans.
Okay.
Anywhere I go, I don't care. But if a veteran out there needs help, call me. Find a way to get a hold of me. I'll show up with as long as I got a place for me and my horse. I just kind of camp out wherever I can and just set up my guitar and my little sound system, and we have a day.
I love it. Well, I'm so glad you were able to join us here again. I can't wait
always a
to have you come maybe in the next 5 years, and you're going to be doing really big things then.
Well, maybe sooner.
Maybe sooner. I love it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow Jake Shafer. You can follow him on that YouTube channel of his. And after you follow him, you can follow us on all our channels. We would, of course, love to hear from you. There's Jake's information first right there for you. Definitely check him out on YouTube. You can also follow him on Instagram. I don't think he's going to write you back on Instagram because he didn't write me back on Instagram. But you could call him on the phone. It's fine.
She's got my number.
But then make sure you follow us. You can follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube. You can always drop us a line at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. And as we go into these credits, we're going to play a little bit more of that song that you played for us live here. Yeah. But I love having a live play. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Some won't even stand if you ask me it's a sin. For what she means to me is far more than a flag. Patriots fought and died, just like my granddad. So put down your pride, stand up and be proud. For freedom we rise and sing it out loud. It's time we all lock arms and fight for this land that we love. For the folds of honor fly high like eagles up above.